Hello, everyone. Welcome to another understanding Scripture. I think this will be the third one. Yeah, the third one. Today we're going to be going over John 8:44. So if you want to turn to John 8:44, John 8:44. John 8:44. John 8:44. Okay. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So the context of this scripture is that this entire thing is between Jesus and the Pharisees, because if we look continually, it says, "And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not, which I convince me of sin. And if I say the truth, why do ye not believe me? He that is of God heareth God's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of God." So he's talking to the Pharisees. He's talking to the people that are religiously thinking they're better than everyone else. These people are saying that they're so much better than everyone else because they have some foreknowledge of Scripture. But Jesus is telling them that if you hate me, you hate the Father, you hate God, because I am. Because he's saying that I am God. He says I am the Son of God, but he's also God. And if you go to the very first chapter, the very first verse of chapter 1, the Bible basically tells us that Jesus is God. I'll tell you. You can stay right there. You don't have to change it, but go to if you want to. I'm going to be going to chapter 1 or verse 1 of chapter 1, and it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." The Word is Jesus. The Word is Jesus Christ. He is the person who. That's when it says the Word. Okay, the Word was God. So it's basically stating that Jesus is God in the Bible, and not only that, the apostles say that He's God. Also. So we see here, let's go back to John 8:44. The reason that I bring this up is because this verse talks a lot about hypocrisy and self-righteous people who say they're of God, but they're really not. They're really of Satan. They're from the devil. Their father is the devil, you know. And Jesus does a lot in this one scripture. He says he was a murderer from the beginning. Now, he's obviously talking about Satan. Okay, he's talking about Satan. He was a murderer. Yes, Satan is a murderer. You know, he committed murder in his heart when he disobeyed God. He did because like I said, war happened in heaven. You know, war broke out in heaven in Revelation 12:7. Revelation 12:7 says that war broke out in heaven, and maybe Satan killed some angels. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there was no death, but they didn't go deep in detail about it. You know, but it definitely, he's saying he's a murderer from the beginning. I mean, he is like the main reason sin is around here. I mean, literally, if Satan didn't tempt Eve and Eve didn't tempt Adam, sin would never happen. So basically, Satan is the father of sin, because he's the first person who's ever done it. People would say like Adam or Eve did it. No, it was Satan. Satan sinned in heaven way before all this. According to, I think it was Ezekiel. Ezekiel. He said he has sin. And I think I forgot what verse it was, but let's go look at it right now. Because let's go look at it right now. Anyways, okay, if you want to go to Ezekiel, you don't have to, but I'm going to go to Ezekiel 28. Yeah, look right here. Look at Ezekiel 28, Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 15. "Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created, till iniquity was found in thee. By the multitude of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned." Right there. Look at there. Thou hast sinned. He was talking about Satan. Satan has sinned. He is the literal father and founder of sin. Okay? He was the very first sin. Satan was. And by it, he gave this infection onto us, you know. So now we deal with sin now because of because of how Satan deceived Adam and Eve. And like I said, and you know, certain Catholicism believes the original sin, because they believe that when a baby is born, they have the sin of Adam on them, so they get baptized when they're born. So it's a pretty weird, and Catholicism is nothing but a cult. So don't ever believe anything that comes out of Catholicism. So, anyways, let's go further in here. He says he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, means he doesn't live in the truth. Satan doesn't live in it, okay? There is no, and it says next of it says, because there is no truth in him. So Satan doesn't live in it because there is none in him, okay? Jesus is stating that Satan is a complete and utter liar. He is nowhere near the truth. He hates the truth. Jesus is called the truth. He said in John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So he hates the truth. He hates Jesus. He hates me. He hates everyone on this planet. Everyone that loves Satan in this world, all these Satanists, he doesn't love them. Satan doesn't love anyone but himself, okay? He loves to spread murder and destruction on us. He hates humanity. We were made in the image of God, okay? We were, in the Bible, it says that we are going to judge the angels. That means if Satan ever actually, fell, it means we would be judging Satan, be judging Lucifer, we would be judging the angels. Okay, so when I bet when Satan thought about that, he's like, no, this is not going to happen. I am more deserving. He's prideful and greedy, and like I said, he believes he was better than everyone else. He deserved everything. His pride and greed is his sin, the sins that he committed. That's why pride and greed are such bad ones, because these are the very sins that corrupted Satan. All right, so we can go a bit more. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it. This is where the definition, this is where the saying that Satan is the father of lies. The father of lies is someone who started lies. If anything in here says the father of something, it would be like, it's most likely talking of the father or the one who first did it, like patient zero, basically. But this is a very good verse because it really takes the toll on hypocrisy and self-righteous people, Pharisaic Christians who believe, you know what? I'm going to put myself above everyone else. You people are not sinful. Your guys are sinful. I'm not. I'm better than all of you. That's how that's self-righteous. Okay. I'm a holy person. I don't want to be sinful. I don't try to commit mass sins. I don't try to. I follow Christ, and my complete desire is to deny myself and to follow Christ. One of the conditions of following Christ is forsaking sin. And that's how you're going to get there. It's by forsaking your sin. Okay? And these people that they'll say this, like, they won't just forsake their sin. They will boast in their sin. They will boast, or not in their sin, but they will boast of how good they are or how holy they are. Holier than thou people is not what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to help people with their regeneration, with their restoration, to being more in the likeness of Christ. That's what we're supposed to do. But you don't see in this day and age. You see people who are like, oh, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. Christianity is not being about being better than everyone else. It's everyone achieving to be like Christ. The Christianity is based on love. It is not based on getting better than everyone else. It's not based on self-righteousness. It definitely isn't about pride, okay? It is about love, it's about humility, and it's about being completely joined and being made in the likeness of Christ. That's what it's all about. So I wanted to talk about this is because I see a lot of stuff online in the Christian community which is really stupid, and a lot of people are becoming arrogant, prideful hypocrites, self-righteous hypocrites, and they think they're better than everyone else. They do, and it's sick. It sickens me because I'm a person that loves Jesus, and I've studied this Bible so much, and I'm not boasting. I'm stating that I have read this book. I don't know everything in this Bible. It's impossible for me to know. All right, it's impossible. I like to study this Bible, but I never see anywhere where it tells us to literally mortify people and not do it out of love. Okay, when we mortify people, when we humiliate people of their sin, we tell them like, oh, you committed this sin, you need to go to Christ. That's a humble thing. But let me tell you this: if you are just shoving the sins of this person in their face, you're no better than the devil. You're no better than Satan. Satan does that. He's called the accuser of the brethren. Okay, or in other words, the accuser of the brotherhood, the accuser of God's children. Okay, he is there to accuse people. He's there to accuse me. He's there to accuse us. That's what Satan's literal mission. This is like one of the things that he does. He's an accuser. And these self-righteous hypocrites, these people are accusers. That's all they are. They're not really Christians. These are people that are wolves in sheep's clothing. That's all they are. Okay, so this is what this verse really, in my opinion, this is what the verse really talks about, just in the context of the scripture, and how it's relating Satan to these Pharisees, and how they claim to know about God, but they really don't know God. And it said, and Jesus is saying in verse 47, he says, he that is of God heareth God's words. You therefore hear them not, because you are not of God. So he's basically stating that you are not of God. You are of the devil. You are of Satan. Okay. So yeah, guys, this is scripture, understanding scripture number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are having a very blessed day. I am. I been dealing with something, but everything's good now. Anyways, I hope you guys. I pray that you guys have a very wonderful day, and with that being said, God bless you.